Hi, I'm Scott Humphrey, CEO of the World Floor Covering Association, and this is Leadership Live. Let me take a moment at the beginning of our time together today to thank those of you who have communicated to me about how you use these weekly segments to work with your staff or apply them to your own life. That means more than you can know. Last week, I talked a little bit about accountability and how important I think accountability is. Let me talk to you this week about something else that I think is vitally important: getting a checkup. Now, we talk about checkups from a health standpoint often. In fact, most of us get a yearly checkup, maybe a mammogram, whatever it may be that we know we need to be cautious about. What I want to talk to you about is the need for a checkup on you, on your leadership, and on your business. So next week, I'll be flying out to San Diego to meet with the board of the World Floor Covering Association, and we'll be doing some strategizing, some planning, and some visioning. And I'll be using a couple of analyses to help us get where we need to get to. I want to share those with you today and ask you to challenge yourself to apply these same analysis to your life. The first one is what we call a SWOT analysis. And the SWOT simply stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, SWOT. And you simply go down and you list what you think are the strengths of your organization, of your store, of your group that you work with. What are your weaknesses? What are your opportunities? And what are the threats? What are the things that can negatively impact you that you may not be able to control? When you've done that, then ask your team to do that as well. You can ask them to do that on your leadership. Or you can use the second type of analysis I'm going to share with you to do that. And that is what we call stop, start, continue. It's very simple, and it looks at the things that you're doing today, and it says, what do we need to start that we're not doing? What do we need to stop doing that we're currently doing that is simply a distraction and not leading us to where we want to go? And what are the things we're doing today that are having an impact, and we want to continue to do those things? They're leading us toward the goal that we have set for ourselves. So you get two analysis. You've got a SWOT analysis, SWOT, and you have stop, start, continue, or start, stop, continue. I think I laid it out. Now listen, here's why that's important. Several years ago, I'm sitting in church, and I noticed a friend of mine walk in with his son, and his son has a cast on his leg. Now, he did not have that cast on 2 weeks before, so I knew he obviously had gotten hurt in sports. So I just looked at my buddy and said, hey, what happened to your son's leg? Did he get hurt playing baseball? And he said, no, you're not going to believe this. He said, we just took him in for a checkup, and while we were there, he complained about some pain he'd had in his leg, nothing serious. So the doctor felt around a little bit and then ended up doing an x-ray. It turns out his leg has been broken for months. But we never would have found it out had we not gone in for the checkup. They said even more important, it wasn't doing a lot of damage to him right now, not a lot of pain, but could have done substantial damage if we had not found it out now. So down the line, he would have paid for that. That's exactly what happens with our leadership. If we don't evaluate it, we don't allow people to tell us where we're doing good and where we need to improve and what we need to stop doing and continue doing, then we continue down the path that may be the wrong path. It may not be leading us where we need to go. That's the accountability I'm talking about. So this week, I challenge you, I encourage you as leaders to focus on yourself, focus on your leadership, focus on your team, and to use these tools not only in the professional side of your life, but also on the personal side of your life as we seek to be better husbands and fathers and friends and neighbors and whatever it may be. When you're focused on you and you get you in order, you've gotten that checkup, then you're ready to go out there and lead.